he also showed me something. He showed me the heart, the determination of basically a boxer. He wasn't there to lay down because of who Canelo was. I think he lost, but he gained something from this fight.
Yes, he
Ga-
did.
he gained a lot of people respect. Like, he didn't lay down. And then he got up and he still tried to do his thing. He still tried to do his thing. You know what I'm saying? He even at the time in the later stages of the fight, he started going forward. So I take
Right.
my hat off to the kid, man, for showing his heart like that.
Yeah, yeah, big time, big
Right.
time. He definitely did some. He definitely put on. He definitely put on, man. I mean, listen, for him to be a young, unexperienced guy that that came into the fight of his resume on paper, he showed some great discipline and being able to stay a 12-round fight with Canelo Alvarez, and
Yes,
that's
I
hard.
think
Hard to do.
I
Not easy.
think people when he got dropped, they was like, I think people was like, oh well, oh here we go, but it wasn't
It
that.
wasn't
It was
bad.
it was far from that. Y'all didn't for.
What do you what do you guys think? What Edgar Berlanga could take from that experience to his career.
Oh,
Now
a
what?
lot. Yeah, I mean, the experience of sharing the ring with Canelo Alvarez in a 12-round fight that's enough right there. This man
Yeah,
has shared the
that,
ring with
that
likes of
that's big, man. It's like
big, it's
like
very
like
big.
like he was saying in the after fight press conference. That was like a Floyd, a Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? He's the same top 10. You know what I'm saying? He should get a lot of credit for going them 12 rounds with a well known killer.
Cannon Nation. Yeah, Mills. Bring him up, Mills. Cannon Nation.
So
Got
he did his thing, man, and I take my hat off to the kid, man. He showed me a lot, man.
Right, right. I mean, listen, man. He's definitely doing he's doing his things, and he ran it up. I mean, nothing that we could say that I mean, listen. One thing he did do is put himself into another big fight. That's one thing we do know. We're looking at the Manguias, the David Benavidez, looking at everybody that's in the division that's at the top, and say Edwin Berlanga would be a great match for them. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
kind of great. Welcome to the show, my brother Brandon. What's up, Brandon?
What's up, man? How we doing?
Congratulations on your win. You know what I'm
Thank you.
saying? We've seen your win. For the audience and everybody that don't know about you, that don't know who you are, let them know who you are and what's going on with you.
Well, started off from Watts, you know what I'm saying? Born and raised in Watts. Now I'm fighting in this overtime tournament, super welterweight. I fought middleweight, the contender. I fought Jamal Charlo to a decision in Houston, in his hometown. I was the first person to beat Sergey
Hold on, slow
Borisov.
down. You're going too
I,
fast.
I'm
Hold
just
on.
saying, I'm just saying.
Slow down. Experience like,
Houston,
yeah, in his hometown, because I know he had the whole city out.
it was honestly, man. I was excited. I was excited to go and fight Jamal in his hometown because I was my mindset was caught up upon. You know what I'm saying? Still in the show. I wanted to
And
go
you
up there.
and you won, right?
No. I didn't win.
Oh, you
Jamal,
didn't
me and Jamal were the
win.
distance. He won.
You won this
Yeah, Jamal
distance.
won that
Okay,
fight,
but
but
you
it was
won
it was a
okay,
competitive fight.
okay. How was the
Definitely.
environment? Tell me what was the environment like? How did the people treat you?
And you know what? It was just like the Rocky movie, the Rocky Four when he fought Ivan Drago. When I walked out there, I got booed. There's a few people who were showing me love. My people who came out there with me, but for the most part, after like the fourth or the fifth round, everybody there was kind of like, ooh, screaming every time he would throw a punch. That all changed when I started hitting him. When I started hitting him, they started cheering for me. And by the time at the end of the fight, they was, you know what I'm saying, I had a whole bunch of fans out there. So it
Wow,
was super dope.
that
Okay,
was
okay.
good.
That part-
Yeah, Dope.
What's your record, man?
26-3. Yeah,
26-3.
26-3.
What you what did you take from those losses?
Inexperience, man. I only had 5 amateur fights.
Hmm.
I'm out there, you know what I'm saying? I grew up in my neighborhood, and everybody in my neighborhood knew me for fighting. I
What's your
didn't like
neighborhood?
fighting.
Where
It
you
wasn't like
from? What's your
I'm from
neighborhood?
Watts. I'm from LA.
What? Okay,
Yeah,
talk that talk, baby.
yeah, man.
Watch
So,
out.
grandma stay in the projects, that kind of story. I'm always over there. Uh, so when I started boxing, I was 18. I had my first amateur fight when I was 20. Turned pro when I was 21.
Okay.
Yeah, so my trainer's Dub Hundy. He always thought that how I fought, I had more of a style for the professionals. The more of a professional look. I knew nothing about experience really, or how to box.
Yeah.
My
Right,
first,
right.
the first L I took, the first lesson I took was against Willie Monroe.
Oh, Willie
Willie Monroe,
Monroe.
Yeah.
Willie Monroe is good.
he's a
Yeah, he's
real
a good
good
fighter.
fighter. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So when he and I fought, it was little small things that I could have picked up and learned from the amateurs. I didn't. He just
I,
was touching me here and there, just making little noises. And to me, I'm like, man, he's not hurting me.
I think
He's
I
not
think
doing anything.
I think I seen that fight. I think I seen that fight between you and Willie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So when he and I was fighting, I couldn't comprehend what he was doing, how the judges was viewing the fight, and I didn't know any of that. I was just out there trying to knock him out, trying to beat him in his hometown because when me and Willie fought, we fought in New York. He's from Rochester, and we fought in Turning Point.
Turning Point
Yeah,
Zone. Yeah, yeah. Turning
yeah.
Point Zone. Yeah.
So it's not too far away from where he comes from. So
Right.
he had a lot of support out there, and that helped me grow. That helped me grow. That helped me understand that boxing is a sport. You can't just go out there and just be fighting.
Tell us, what is one of your biggest challenges that you faced so far in boxing, and how did you overcome it?
One of the biggest challenges in boxing for me, honestly, was more so of getting with the promotion. Me not understanding that boxing it's a whole team effort from promotion, trainers, management. That right there, I was oblivious to it. I thought me having skills and would get me fights. My phone would be ringing, or my trainers' phones would be ringing for me to get the opportunities that was knocking on the door. Uh, I've had two layoffs, two huge layoffs, 2 3 year layoffs.
Mm.
Uh, and to some people that hurt my career, but for me that actually gave me time to understand the sport of boxing a little better. I had time to kind of brush up on things that I didn't know and understand. So it helped me tremendously. I was able to grow a whole lot from just that young man into more of a more polished, refined man in this sport. So I would say uh, not having my actual career in my hands would be one of the biggest things. It was my biggest adversary because if it was up to me, I wouldn't have taken those 3 years off. I wouldn't have
Mm.
had those. I wouldn't have been benched. I got a family.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? I got a whole
right.
family. There's no way I would have taken that away from the kids. That opportunity for them to see their father fight and win and propel my career to the next level. Get these opportunities. So twice. I've had two 3 year layoffs, man, and this time around, oh yeah, I fought on the contender. 2018, I won that whole show, the
Oh,
whole
Yeah,
thing.
I
come on,
remember.
So
come on.
I,
Talk
I,
about that.
I remember.
say that again.
I remember that you did win the contender.
Yeah. So
How was that?
it was a crazy experience. It was like jail.
Yeah,
It was like being it was
yeah.
like
It was
it,
the Sylvester Stallone thing, right?
yeah. Well, he wasn't a part of it no more. He wasn't a part no more. They had to buy him out because he didn't want to be involved in it yet. He did. They wanted him to come and do cameos and use his name to big up the show. He didn't want no parts of it, but he wanted the income, I
Yeah.
guess. Whatever they had to deal,
Sylvester Stallone. I
that's what
Right.
I'm saying. Rocky,
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
hey,
mean,
hey,
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 Rocky.
Adrian gotta eat. Adrian gotta eat.
Hey, hey, that's the only. Hey, that's one of the only. Hey, that's one of the only men I know that's in the Boxing Hall of Fame that didn't actually box.
Didn't throw a punch, brother. Never threw a punch in the
Oh
ring
no,
ever.
no, no. He was the first. It's another dude now. He wear you know what I'm saying? He's the excellency. You
Oh
ain't heard?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He's the excellency. Yeah. Well, he actually got it for like promoter. He got
Ah,
it for yeah. He went in as one of the top fastest moving promoters in the game.
Right.
So they kind of
okay.
created a lane.
Yeah.
So,
Uh-huh.
but Rocky,
Rocky
Sylvester Stallone went in as a
went in
fighter.
as a boxer. He went in as a boxer.
And he didn't throw a punch.
Yeah.
He went in as a boxer. Rocky Balboa.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
man.
No, and that's no shade to
No,
Sylvester Stallone. We're talking about
it ain't
Right.
no
Rocky. We're
shade.
Good
talking
man.
about Rocky.
Good man.
Rocky went into the Hall of
Good
Fame.
man. Hey, he need to call us for the next Creed.
That's
Yeah,
right. Call it for the next film.
Right.
100%.
for real. Yeah.
Oh, hey,
That
Zab,
part.
man,
So
you got.
yeah, so
Hey, Zab, you got to get down here and go to the cigar bar with me, bro.
oh yeah, we coming.
Yeah.
I'm on the way to Florida. Florida's my next city I'm coming to. I'm coming to there. I'm just finishing up Cali right now, and I'll be right there next. Super Sticks on the way. Hey
We're
yo,
going.
so Brandon, tell us about your last fight and what happened, how they took place, and what the outcome and everything.
All right, for sure. But I'm fighting the overtime tournament. I made it to the finals. I just fought the semifinals against Francisco from Verone. He's an
Uh-huh.
Olympian. He's an Olympian,
Yep.
silver medalist.
Wait, let's stop right there,
Yep.
ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about somebody that took on that won the contenders. Now he's in the finals of the overtime. Come on,
Yeah.
guys, put some respect on it. Let's go. Let's go. Go ahead.
I mean, we gotta looking through his resume. I mean, I can't wait. Like
And he,
Shane Mosley,
and he
you beat
just beat
Shane
an
Mosley
Olympian.
Jr.
Yeah.
You just beat an Olympian. You beat Shane Mosley Jr. But what's most impressive
Yeah.
was the Boacek one. Like
Forward check.
that's
Come on.
huge. Like you know what I mean. Virgil Ortiz and him, they had a big
Yeah.
fight not too long ago. He
Yeah.
stopped him
In
in
that
the
Yeah.
eighth
order.
round.
In Puerto Rico, you know what I'm
Wow.
saying? We did it in Puerto Rico.
Uh-oh. Hold on.
Hey, you,
Be
hey,
careful with that.
hey,
Be careful.
hey,
Be
Even
careful
better.
with that.
he
Even
put
Better
that
better.
watch
stamp
it.
on it. He put that stamp on it.
Puerto Rico, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I knew who I was
My,
talking
my man
to.
added the
You
adult
see how
on
he had
that
to
one.
say it?
Yeah.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So, so tell me, what was more gratifying, that win or
No,
the Shane Mosley Jr. win?
me and Shane are actually real good friends. Me fighting Boychuk, that was the one. That was the one, man. That was the one I felt, you know what I'm saying? I was beating on my chest because I was like, because it was one of them stories where he's 18-0, 18 knockouts. And honestly, respectfully, you know what I'm saying, our gyms aren't too far away from each other. All I keep hearing is how he running everybody out the gym. Can't nobody keep up with him. And I'm at the gym training. I
So,
ain't got no fight.
so do you think you got more respect for being Shane Mosley or him?
In my In my opinion, man, it was
Boacek.
Boychuk. In my opinion, it was
Mm.
Boychuk. Yeah,
Boacek. Stop it.
yeah,
Yeah.
Undefeated.
Boychuk, 18-0. The 18, like if you look at his resume, you can say he didn't fight nobody tough, or if you want to, but he had names on his resume, and it's a lot of tough guys, whether if they older or they were too immature, in the sport to develop.
Bro,
Yeah,
You
he
you know
beat
you
Brian
crushed his
Mendoza. With Brian Mendoza knocked
yeah,
out
you
Fundora.
know you crushed
You know what
his
I'm saying? Like that's really what put him into that stardom. You know what I
you
mean?
know you
That's an
crushed his
impressive win.
dreams, right? Because
Should
I
be
know
happy
he
for
wanted
him.
to 20-0. He
of
100%
course.
wanted to make it to 20-0,
Yeah.
and you crushed that.
Hey, listen,
Amazing.
man. Every time I caught myself having a dream and they took them 3 years away from me, he just felt just a tiny bit of it. You know what I'm saying? That was after a 3-year layoff me and him fought.
So are we
So what would you do against
Uh,
Virgil Ortiz then?
well, Virgil Ortiz, that was a hell of a fight between those two gentlemen. That was a heck of a fight. You know what I'm saying? What Floyd said, tremendous. It was a tremendous fight between them two. But but truthfully speaking, Me and Virgil, man, that'd be a hell of a fight. I know I'm way stronger than Sergey Boychuk. Physically, punching wise, punching power. I, I'm a lot more craftier than Sergey Boychuk. If you watch the fight with me and Sergey Boychuk, I kept clipping him with a left hook. I kept touching him with a left hook, and every time I touched him, you'll see it affected him. And the opportunity came for me to hit him, flush for one, and so I did. That ended the fight. That ended his whole night. And me and me and Virgil, he and I, we fight. Like I said, man, I'm craftier. I'm a lot quicker. I'm a lot stronger. My punch placement is totally different. That'll be, that's definitely a fight. Because look, Virgil beat him. I beat him. It's more so of like who did it better. And of course, the knockout is going to do it better. But that was a fight, almost a fight of the year, kind of a fight. That's a candidate for the way to see fall. So we would love to see. I would love to see who did it better. I would love to see who between me and him who's better. It would be great. He's got
I see
momentum. I got momentum.
But,
you.
but after that, you go through the 3-year layoff. Why?
Now look, I'm learning. I'm not a full blown teacher of the sport. You know what I'm saying? Me being a student, I'm gonna try to take an educated guess and say the promotion didn't have enough backing. They didn't have
Oh,
enough backing. You know what I'm saying, to push me,
who you
to propel
signed
me to
with?
be able to
Who you
fight.
signed with?
Yeah, who you signed with?
I was at this time. I've been signed with Banner Promotions.
Phantom Promotions. That's our Paludo, right?
FR
Yeah.
Pululo,
So
yes.
who are you currently signed with?
Right now, I'm doing the tournament, the overtime tournament.
St.
This overtime tournament,
Julian Management. That's my
yeah, you know what I'm
guy.
saying? It's overtime tournament, and it's a contract towards overtime. After the tournament is over, there's one more final fight, which would be the fourth fight of this whole tournament, and then I'm completely out of every contract, everything. I'm completely done. I'm out, and that will be it. It'll be a wrap for me. Under any umbrellas.
Oh, okay. So you'll be in search
Apollo
for a new promoter.
Commerce.
Yeah, ideally, yes.
Well,
Well,
hopefully.
ideally, Corey,
2015.
the perfect way in the perfect world is for his company to do a co-promotion deal with other big companies and things
Yeah,
like that. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
Your alias, Cannon.
I used to
Why?
play Fight Night. You don't remember the video game Fight Night Champions?
Yeah.
Every time I used to put my name, I used to go and see. I used to start off with the B's because my name Brandon is like Brandon Bam Bam. I was like, no, I don't like that. And then it was Tigger, the Cannon. Every time he used to say the Cannon, it's like Brandon the Cannon Adams, and I was like, man, it just go. I didn't even know Shannon Briggs at the time. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know Shannon. I later on I got the name, and they was like, "Oh, you a big fan of Shannon Briggs?" And I was like, "Shannon Briggs." I went to go look him up. I had to immediately go look him
Right,
up, and I was like, "Oh, I
right.
like Shannon. Shannon cool though. I like Shannon.
Let's go, champ. Let's go,
Yeah,
champ.
let's go, champ. Let's go, champ." You know what I'm saying? I like Shannon
That's
a
your
whole lot.
that's your hometown, Zab.
So
Huh?
That's your
so
hometown brother.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Brownsville.
so you have 5 fights. I see that you're
Uh,
35 years old. You didn't know who Shannon Briggs is.
Mm.
When did you become a fan
You
of
know
the
what? I
sport?
was a fan of the sports. It was Mike Tyson Punch Out. I'm young enough to know what Mike Tyson Punch Out is. I used to in my neighborhood. I used to love playing football. Football was my thing. Everybody thought I was gonna be somebody's running back in the NFL, and but every summer they used to put out boxing gloves. So every summer I was real short, and everybody my age, they was way bigger than me. So I had to prove to me, I had to prove, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, we all the same age. Not only we all the same age, you know what I'm saying? I could throw hands too. So we used to always put on boxing gloves, and I get out there and box everybody. And that's when it was one summer. It was a guy named Kirk from my neighborhood. He didn't bring his gloves over, and I was like, I kept jogging to his house, I'm going through territories that I wasn't supposed to be going through because of my older siblings' pedigree. But I'm a kid, so I don't care. I'm just
And this is
jogging.
LA, right? This is LA,
Yeah,
California. Okay.
I go
So,
all the
Politics in
way over there to
California, you
get
know
to
what I'm
his
talking about?
house.
so
Yeah, yeah.
I know you say like you started boxing at the age of 18, but what age did you walk in the boxing gym?
Oh no, it was when I was 18. I
Oh
Oh,
never
so
went
wow.
to a boxing
you
gym.
didn't you, that's when you started when you walked
Yeah,
in? Okay.
I was real stocky. I was built like I was like when I came into the boxing gym, I was 190, like 198 or something like that. Like I was like 5'4", 198. I'm telling you, I was about to start playing football. Everybody in the gym was like, all right, so he gonna start playing football, so we know how to deal with those kind of athletes. They pushed me to the side. I went up in there with a coach named Big Al, and I was up in there just training every day, and he was helping me lose weight, get in shape. My first amateur fight, man, no lie, I fought my first amateur fight at like 177.
Mm.
And everybody was like, dude, you gotta lose some weight. Everybody who's 5'4",
Big, yeah.
5'5",
Yeah.
they weigh 120, they weigh 115. And I was like, how the hell am I gonna do that? I was like, well, if we train and the guy I was with, Big Al, he said, shit, well, if he train every day,
I can make
Do
it
and
you
happen.
all I
you still
did, I didn't question,
you
I
still
just listened
reside
to,
in Watts?
huh?
Do you still reside in Watts?
I want to say maybe like 15 minutes away from it. Yeah, I ain't too far away. Yeah, I still go over there.
So Brandon, right? Um, you suffer your first loss against Willie Monroe,
Yes.
which is your first 10 rounder. Then three more, three more fights, you get KO stoppages. But they're 8 rounders and 6 rounders. How come? And how, did that was that a detriment to like when you suffered that Apollo Thomas